1997 was a benchmark year for the long-running Darius franchise. It was the first time an installment in the series evolved visually from 2D to a 3D format and still delivered that classic shoot-em-up gameplay that's made it the genre favorite that it is today. Fans of the series will be pleased to know that G-Darius has made a return all these years later, this time landing on the Nintendo Switch as a standalone HD port. Now, I was fortunate enough to get an early look at the iconic title, and although I found the recent visual touch-ups to be fairly minimal and effortless, the simplistic but intense fast-paced action still manages to deliver an enjoyable experience. Players are quickly ejected into the chaotic action and find themselves in the midst of an ongoing space war between humans and otherworldly mechanical threats. There's a bit more depth regarding the plot this time around, and I'm sure longtime fans of the series will welcome it with open arms. As for me though, I haven't played enough entries in the series over the years to really pay any attention. I usually only seek these types of games out simply for the challenging experience. Regardless, it's still accessible for both old players and new. The gameplay aspects still stand true to that classic arcade style that Darius has forever been known for, delivering a challenging, frantic, and at more times than not frustrating experience. Players take control of the iconic Silverhawk and once again find themselves blasting through onslaughts of aggressive enemies throughout numerous alien worlds. There's plenty of lasers, rockets, and other projectiles to pick up and upgrade as you progress, and you're going to need them. A rather impressive variety of enemy types are present as well through each stage. To say the screen gets congested is a complete understatement, and I'm sure I can speak for others when I say it's most likely the one aspect of this game that's going to piss players off more than anything. Shoot-em-ups are meant to be challenging and force players into taking a rhythmic approach in order to stay alive. But honestly, there's moments on certain stages where dodging any projectiles was almost impossible, and a quick game over screen would follow up shortly after. The epic scaled boss battles at the end of each stage have always been a noted highlight of any Darius game, boasting an elevated level of challenge that will test players' skill and patience. Each one carries their own sets of unique abilities and animations. Once again, dodging the ever-going waves of projectiles will be the key to victory. Now you gotta keep in mind that this game's almost 25 years old, so this was a huge graphical evolution for the genre at its time. Like I mentioned earlier, the resolution upgrade does smooth out the visuals a bit from the original game. Don't expect any groundbreaking recent-gen facelift with this one either. It's still the original experience at its core. I've yet to try the game in multiplayer, but I also feel it could be more of a disadvantage, especially considering how congested the screen already gets in single-player mode. The addition of a quick save option was great to see and can be utilized at almost any point in the game. A significant amount of replayability is present as well. The way the stages are set out give players the options of choosing which path they wish to take, so you never really see each level unless you start a new playthrough and make different choices as you go. Between that and the online leaderboards, there's a ton of hours packed into this new port. You can also choose to play G-Darius in its original form, which really isn't much different than the recent HD format, other than some rougher visuals. I did encounter several performance stutters during the firefights, but I kinda learned to use them to my advantage while dodging the many projectiles trying to take me out. Overall, this HD port of what's considered a genre classic still delivers a challenging and fun experience. It would have been great to see a true visual overhaul, and maybe one day we'll get it. Challenging gameplay, along with a catchy soundtrack and some addictive high score leaderboards, makes this one worth picking up, if you ask me.